of high confidence going into this because he's leading the championship by quite some margin. That is correct. Now, Alfa Romeo is mainly being, what shall we say, carried on its back by Skalski, as his teammate hasn't been able to pick up that much points. I believe he's got like 5 points. Yes. Hello? Am I being transmitted? Right. I have no clue if the stream can hear me. Alright. That is true. Lovely. Good to know. I was panicking a bit. Yep. And he's about to get on the straight now. There he goes. Yellow flag sector 3 already. Sector 2 as well. Don't know who that is. Top 2. First corner. He takes the 12. Nice racing line. Oh, one of the Red Bulls has spun on the fast right-hander. I believe that's Matulich. Yes, that was indeed Matulich. One of the Alfa Romeos has also spun. That would be Skalski's teammate. Yeah, Ole has spun it. Nobody yet. See what time he can set. Gonna be looking like a 117. 117.8. Monk. Okay, let's see how. Okay. Chapper's gonna get. Ooh. Seems like this is gonna be the times we're gonna be seeing high 117s. Ooh. That is true. Yellow flag in sector 3 again? Oh, one of the Aston Martins has spun it. No, that's Vlad. Yeah, that is Vlad Red, yeah. Oh, seems to be a very problematic turn this fast right-hander for everyone. That might be true. You have to see how the race pans out. Qualifying isn't looking too good. Those times, I expect those times to at least improve quite a lot once the track's rubbered in. That is true, yeah. We saw tier 1 set 116.5s on the average. They were indeed. Tier 1 was a very hectic race in and of itself. We'll have to see how Tier 2 pans out. I'm here on board with Checkout as he's about to set his lap. No, turns out he's pulled out early and he's pitted. Be it from him. Thank you. I'm gonna forget a lot of names. See, I think Kiziel might be, although I'm not too sure. His fuel does seem a bit low. He might pit. He's currently. I couldn't tell. That is my bad. I could not tell. You go for it. I'll try to keep the stream entertained. Oh, that is a good point. I'm gonna need to get some drinks when you come back as well. Well, here's Ule. He's gonna do the left straight before he gets onto the fast right-hander here. He takes it well, doesn't lift, full throttles it, goes a bit wide. DRS is open. Let's see how he takes this next bit of corners. Down into fourth. Goes a tad bit wide, maybe a bit slow on the exit. Last right-hander. Takes it well, he's going up into the chicane, takes it in fourth. First bit of chicane good, second bit as well, narrowly misses the restopper. He's about to cross the finish line. Actually, he's starting his lap, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, here he goes into turn one. Turn one, he does well. No speed lost. Full throttle into the fast right-hander. We saw people have a lot of problems with it. He's taken it, no problem whatsoever. Takes this turn well. Nails his braking point and the turn-in point. Somebody spun at sector one. Ule set off fastest sector one. See how he goes into this next bit of turns. Takes it well. Just on the edge. See how he does the turn again. Lifts maybe a bit too much. We'll see how it pans out. A lot of yellow flags for Red Bulls and whatnot. Nails his turn-in point once again. Nails the apex this time. Doesn't go wide. See how he takes this turn now. He goes well. He's about to go into the chicanes. There's a car ahead of him. First bit of the chicane done well. Second part now. About to get onto the main straight. Gonna be looking like a 117. Oh, just narrowly misses out. 118.1. It's good. Not bad. Lovely. I'll love you to take over because I'm gonna go fetch a drink now.
theory of the stream. Oh, I've muted myself. I had myself muted this whole time. Have I been muted the whole time?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay. Apologies. I've had my mic muted this whole time.
I have returned. How are we currently looking?
Currently, it's only been you commentating, Jeff, because I had my mic mixer muted.
Oh, well, that is brilliant.
So we will be riding on board with Kizio as he's on his lap now. He's coming around the final few corners. No, he's on his in lap. Ignore me, ignore me. Who is on lap?
On lap.
Hergo is on lap and he's 4/10 up at the moment.
Monk's gonna be on the lap soon.
But Hergo right now in the Williams is quite rapid as he comes through the last few corners. He's up on his last time. He's up on his last time for sure. It's a much more competitive. Only goes P12. Only goes P12 with that though.
It's not a very competitive time compared to the rest of them. Still time to improve.
We've got 6 minutes left in the session, so if you're out now, you possibly have enough time to get one more lap in after this. But you will have to be quick.
Have to remember that this isn't. Oh, a McLaren spun it.
And Umphrey
He's gone wide or spun it.
In the
no,
pits.
He's letting people through. My bad.
Can we just make sure that Umphrey is aware that there will be a reset no matter what happens here? We will be doing a reset.
Oh. I believe Monk's about to start his lap.
We'll ride on board with Monk then as
Here goes Monk. He's just started his lap.
So he's going rather rapid at the moment. He's going to be braking as late as possible into this first corner on the right-hander.
Right at the 50-meter board.
He gets a nice exit up into 6th. Will he be able to stay flat out through this corner? We will see.
Just barely lifted the very marginal bit, but he's kept his speed going.
We are to call the Red Bull of Matalik Boar instead. So we'll be referring to him as Boar from now on.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Hopefully, I remember. I'm sorry if I if I forget. All right, here comes Monk. He's about to do this turn. See how he does it. Lifts a small bit. Might cost him some gear 10s.
There is a yellow flag up ahead as well of a slow-moving AlphaTauri.
Monk's just hit a purple sector 2. This is looking like it's going to be a good time. He's coming up to the last few turns of sector 3. About to be entering the chicanes. Carrying some good speed. Does the first chicane good. Narrowly misses out on those stoppers. Going onto the main straight. Opens up his DRS flap. Is going to look like a very good time.
It's not the fastest.
With that time.
Not the fastest though. He was 2/10 up on his last time, but it's not enough to beat Rasmussen. So he'll be looking to see where he can get time from. Meanwhile, as we ride on board Lurgestum, who's currently going slower than his previous time in that first sector. So he lost a little bit of time in that first sector.
Correct. Sorry, I have to find him. There we are. See, Lurgestum has a lot of improving to do. The current time he says not nearly competitive. See how he does it. Maybe takes that a bit too narrow. Hits the Verstoppers a bit.
And Kosev has retired. Kosev has retired.
Kosev is retired.
What's happened there?
The pitch or out?
We're about to see, as we ride on board Lurgestum, there's going to be a... Oh, he's lost it on the exit of that chicane, on the exit.
Man. That must be painful to
Lurgestum
watch.
doesn't improve his time.
Alright, wait, is Lurgestum the AlphaTauri?
Lurgestum is an Alpine.
I am sorry,
no, Lurgestum is the AlphaTauri, Kosev is the Alpine, who is
You'll have to excuse me, I don't really have the time, so I have to figure them out as they go. Or the name, sorry.
Can someone tell Umphrey that he does have to set a time? There will be a lobby reset either way.
No, Umphrey has a quali ban.
Umphrey has a quali ban?
Yes, that's at least what he said in the chat.
He got 8 warnings.
Says that he has a quali ban wall.
Then... I wasn't told about a quali ban. I don't believe there is.
He said quali ban lol.
Let me
We'll see what that's about.
let me double check with someone.
You should. I don't see why you would have to worry, as he's not pit out. But if there's a lobby restart anyways here. Anyways.
But the grid's gonna stay the same is the issue. Oh, Kosev's controller disconnected on the exit and it caused him to crash. I hate to see it. Well, meanwhile, Chappers is on a flying lap. Chappers is on a hot lap.
Does.
Oh no, he's on his in lap. Chappers has just gone P2 actually.
Chappers is going through some traffic.
No, it's his in lap. It is his in lap. It's his in lap.
This is in lap.
Yeah,
okay,
it's Kiziel who's on lap. Kiziel is on lap.
Okay. Kiziel is on lap, you say?
Indeed.
Let's see.
He's coming into the
lost a few on the hundreds. Sector 3 going very slower, spun it. I believe that might have been actually Chappers. Kiziel's going into some traffic here. They went deep to let him through. That was his teammate. And Kiziel spun it!
Oh my, there's a huge mess in front.
There's a huge mess in front, let's see.
I missed the spin,
The spin, well, he tried hitting that apex with quite some speed and he lost himself a lot of time as he accelerated a bit too hard and too early.
But it's affected a lot of people's laps. It would have affected a lot more people's laps behind him as well.
We'll see how that pans out with tickets and everything. I'm sure the FIA will be very happy. See, Sandesteel seems to be on a lap.
He is on lap. We will follow him as he goes through these corners quickly.
People will be
Meanwhile, Rasmussen
now.
has gone even quicker. He's a 1:17.0.
See, that is a very fast time by Rasmussen.
And Lurgiston has retired. He's retired in the pits, so he's happy with that time he set. So we're at 22 seconds left. We don't have much time left, as there is a yellow flag for a slow-moving Merc, who is on their outlap, I believe. He doesn't have long to get around the track here, though.
He might not have time to actually cross the line and do a lap. Let's see. He's going through the chicane.
And it's checkered flag. He doesn't get his lap in. He doesn't get his lap in. He's mistimed it. Monk with a P3. Well, Standestill here on lap on his final few corners.
See Sandestill going back onto the main straight. He's gained some time. Is he going to improve?
No, he doesn't improve. Meanwhile, Koff is... we've got a spun Red Bull. The Boar has spun towards the end and he's retired. Is there anyone else on lap? Umfrey's on lap. Umfrey is on lap. Umfrey is on lap. And Skalski's also on lap. Skalski's also on lap. And Umfrey has spun.
Damn. Believe Skalski might... Let's see, I'm on board with Skalski currently. He's very low on his battery. Let's see if his battery can hold him up until the end. No, turns out Skalski's not on the lap because he's now hit a 120 mark. And there's an Alpine that spun and hit a wall. That
would be an... Is he out?
Yeah, it was out. His wheel was indeed missing.
And that would have been Umfrey has lost his wheel. We will be doing a lobby restart, as much as the grid order won't be changing. But we did say in the briefing there would be a restart.
Okay, believe that should be it from everyone.
But we will be doing a restart. We will be doing a lobby restart. So,
well, some of these times look really good, but you can see the difference in the times between P6 and P7. Difference of 4/10.
So the top 6 very close together, and then 4/10 from 6th to 7th means we could have 2 possible fields battling it out here: the front of the field and the rear of the field.
We have the 2 Mercs in P2 and P3.
Koff, the reason is because I don't have access to that O.
Ah, don't worry. I've had my name misspelt several times on stream.
So,
So,
the starting lineup when we remake the lobby will be Rasmussen P1, Chappers P2, Monk P3, Skowski P4, Kiziel P5, and Vlad P6. It seems like a very competitive front six that we've got going on here. It should be a very interesting race.
We might see maybe some of them are saving their best till the
Pardon,
race.
pardon, David.
Take screenshot.
I've already done it.
Okay, good.
So
Also,
we're
lobby restarting.
we are doing clear today.
Yeah, just like it was in Tier 1.
And you better drink up.
Drink, I say. Oh, let's see if you can hear it. I'll try not to drink loudly, but here it goes. There. That was a nice sip.
That was a big slurp.
That was indeed.
So we should be starting in 15 seconds, guys. We're about to get underway. Will we see chaos into turn 1, or will it happen before? Are we going to see a straight incident?
I have a feeling we might see an incident on the straight. Just how it was looking, but we'll see.
And here we go. And they're off.
They're off
as
indeed. And away we go.
Right on board as Rasmussen does not get a good start there, and Chappers goes into P1.
Insane start.
And Monk is on the inside of. Oh, it's close on the inside.
Close, very close for turn 1. They've all kept it clean. No, they haven't. A Red Bull spun.
Red Bull has spun. That is Bohr. Bohr has gone wide there. Let's get everything up.
Everybody. Oh, there's some carnage on the fast right-hander. One of the Alpines has gone wide. That's a penalty for Kiziel.
So it's Kiziel and Kosev seems to have collided together, and Kiziel has picked up a penalty, and he's got front wing damage too there.
Ooh, that will not be looking good for him. Spain is a very hard track.
And we have a safety car. We have a safety car.
Believe this is how Tier 1 was as well.
This is reduced safety cars, and we have a safety car.
I'll have to see how that is. Let's see position changes.
Yes, let's see the position changes.
Who is this? Is Alex Day. Okay, Alex Day's gained 3 positions as well.
So Day up 3, Umfrey up 3, and Matthews and Lurgston also big gainers towards more of the front of the grid.
That is correct.
The biggest loser so far was Kiziel. Kiziel has lost 10 places in that incident in turn 3. We didn't quite catch what happened because we was watching the leaders go through.
That is correct, we did not indeed. I'm sure the FIA will see what happened.
Day has gone into the pits. Day must have picked up some kind of damage.
Kiziel is pitting for a new wing, I presume.
Day is going on to soft tyres and a new front wing. Kiziel also coming into the pits.
They might be expecting a safety car with those softs, but we'll have to see.
And Kosev lost his whole front wing as well.
Ooh.
So they're
the drivers serving their penalties here. Seems that actually most of the Kiziel's gone on to hard instead of soft.
Is he hoping for a long stint, possibly?
He probably is. I expect the soft runners to be expecting another safety car.
So the Merc 2-3 has now become a Merc 1-3, as Chappers did jump and get an amazing start. Or Rasmussen just seemed to be bogged down at the start there, as they all left, and he lost his position.
I know I wouldn't like to be this Haas in between a Merc sandwich.
His rear gunner.
How quick they are in qualifying, so
his rear gunner. His rear gunner, who was backing him up there. It was going to be a 2v2 spaghetti opera, turned into something a little bit different.
Yeah, let's leave it up to the imagination, shall we?
So now Kiziel has got to fight his way through the back of grid. He's not adverse to doing this though. He's done it in Australia.
See if he can do it in Spain.
And I think his Miami start wasn't the hottest. Then he pulled it back as well. So I believe Kiziel don't write Kiziel out. Last year's Tier 2 champion Never write him out of a fight.
Exactly. Well, I'm expecting it to be a bit tougher on him.
And Day has
As,
gone into the pits again.
That is a very late pit by Day. I don't know why he's pit again, actually.
He's gone back onto mediums.
That is
So
unusual, to say the least.
he's pit twice in 2 laps.
That is very unusual. I have to say I'm taken aback by that, as he's now put himself in last place.
And then Day has also picked up a 5-second penalty for not leaving the pit lane legally.
Oh, Day has...
He's not having a good day. Day is not having a good day.
Bad to worse. I have to say, maybe he can pull out a masterclass and still get into some points here.
Vicari, can we get an insight on what is going on in the Red Bull engineering room at the moment? Because I could only imagine it's chaos.
Well, they're saying as an engineer, I don't know what's going on. I'm sure that's not something you'd like to see.
And the safety car will be in this lap, so we will be riding on board with Rasmussen for this restart.
I'm expecting Rasmussen to get a good launch.
So the Red Bull's engineering garage is currently on fire.
Well, that is
not good to hear.
like the Ferrari strategist in real life. Maybe not that bad. I'm sorry. I was a bit too rude. I'm sorry.
Alright, so Monk is backing up the grid here, and Lurgiston looks like he's spun or desynced. Lurgiston just lost 2 places there. He was in P6, so I wonder if he desynced back. But here we go, and Rasmussen has spun.
Oh, one of the
Rasmussen has spun on the start and
the restart.
And it's a huge crash. It's huge crash.
There's a penalty for him with collision with Country. Quite a few of them on this back straight. There's a... Oh wait, one of the cars is dumped and we haven't even seen it.
It was in that spin of Rasmussen. Everyone tried to go round. I saw it was Hergo has died.
That was Hergo, yeah.
And currently Skowski and Bohr are riding alongside each other. Skowski and Rasmussen must have been affected in that, because they've both dropped from P2 and P4. So it'll be interesting to know what happened.
Rasmussen's gone from P2 to P13.
As Kosev puts a move on Day, and Chappers has gapped Monk by a second, who has gapped Lurgiston by a second, with Matthews hot behind him.
This might be one of their strategies. Maybe it is their strategy for one of them to be a bit slower and hold the pack up, whilst the other one
possibly
absolutely leaves.
Koff looks like he's got
to give us the
McLaren. The McLaren has lost his front wing of Koff. He has lost his front wing. He's driving quite slowly. His Day and Kosev have just gone around him like he's just a moving bollard. And we do have a yellow flag. We have a yellow flag, and it's for Matthews. Matthews has spun on the pit lane entrance. As Lurgiston sets the fastest lap, and it's chaos. As Skowski tries
the Alfa Romeos just barely avoids Matthews.
Skowski just avoids him.
It was very close.
And it's
Matthews'
very...
tires must be
Kosev,
burning.
Umfrey and Day are very tight here as they come into turn 3.
Correct, I'll have to see. Umfrey leaves a bit of space, he goes wide. And the Red Bull behind him spun!
And Day has spun as Rasmussen is now working his way through the clear field. Max, from what I could see, it looked like Rasmussen spun on the exit of the final corner on the pit start. I don't know if there was contact or not, but he spun, and him and Skowski both lost quite a few positions there. But the real loser in that was the Williams of Hergo, as he must have got collected and ran off and lost his front wheel.
I wish we could see what happened there exactly, as I'm sure it would be entertaining to say the least.
Bohr has gone past Day. Day seems extremely slow right now. I wonder if he's picked up some damage there. As we switch back to the leaders, it's getting very close between the 2 Mercs.
We'll have to see. Yeah, I doubt they'll do too much fighting, as Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg have shown over the years. And there's
Um,
a yellow flag in Sector 3, one of the Red Bulls.
It looks like it's Day. Day is very, very slow. As he drops
They
a place
might
to
be
Matthews
pitting,
now.
Or I believe Day's tyres might have gone.
Has he
We'll
got a
have to
puncture?
see.
He doesn't have a
I
puncture.
can't-
He's
Does
just
he?
very, very slow. He's just very slow.
We'll have to see what's up with that.
Meanwhile,
Well,
Standstill is
either way, he's
Kiziel
not
is
pit.
Kiziel's taking time out of Standstill as he's climbing back up the field on them hard tyres. And then you got Uhi, who is within a second of
Another
Lad.
yellow flag.
And it's
Sector
for
1,
Day.
and that is-
It's for Alex Day
that is
again.
Day
And he
again.
takes his wing off. The new signing for the
Day's
Red Bull.
race.
Day's race has been ruined. He's not having the day here.
He really isn't.
And I will be
Have
milking
to
that
see.
pun for as long
And
as
I
possible.
believe he's just left the session. And we're gonna be seeing his AI drive.
So he's left and gone to AI.
Yes, but I believe those might be connectivity issues.
He's also left the call, so it could be that he's rage quit. It could be that he's
Could be a bit of both.
And
we'll have to
Lurgiston-
see. There's a yellow
Lurgiston
flag for
spun.
Lurgiston.
Lurgiston Span
He
has
has
lost.
to watch on the rejoin. There's fast cars behind him.
He does do it safely though. He does do it safely as
Does do it indeed.
So it's
So
Rosu.
those are two neatly packed Alpines behind him. Lurgiston's pitted.
He must have. Did he pick up damage from that? It's hard to tell.
Maybe his tires have gone. We'll have to see. See, these two Alpines are trying to look to create a gap on Rasmussen here as he's behind them too.
They've currently
He's
pulled out
actually
3
gained
seconds.
on them a bit.
No, Lurgiston's just switching to the hard tyres. And
That might be a good play.
so
We'll have to
Rosu is currently hunting down both Mercs. The field is starting to spread out, but Kiziel and Rasmussen are both on the hunt. As Rasmussen is putting in some brilliant moves on the Alpine duo as he gets past
That is
Umfrey.
true.
And Umfrey's
That
still
is
looking
very
at. They
close.
touch! They
Wheel to
touch!
wheel action.
There was contact there. That was very
There
lucky.
was a
That
contact indeed. There's more contact again.
oh,
as
they
Rasmussen
touch!
really spins.
They touch tip wheels.
Does him on the outside. They go into this fast left-hander. Very minimal space to be left. And
We're
there's
going to
the
ride
Red
on
Bull
board
of
with him
Ford
as
just
the
behind
the
them.
Alpine runs wide on the entrance of that turn, and the DRS, they're both having a drag race. They're so close to one another.
ERS, Rasmussen is nearly out of ERS.
And oh, I feel like Umfrey should have left some space there. I'm going to be honest.
I believe so too. It looked like there was space.
They
to the
touched
left.
again, like Umfrey getting his elbows out. Maybe he's getting them out a bit too wide here. As Rosu is actually closing in on the Merc pairing.
See, we'll have to see. We know Chappers won't have too good memories of Rosu.
We do not talk about that here.
Yeah, we do not indeed. Let's move on. See, Rasmussen's trying to looking for a move on the Alpine, and he does it on the straight. Goes up the inside, and he
Nice
does
and
them.
clean.
He gains some time.
And when
And the Alpines on Unfree spun.
and
on
Kosev
the
went
edge of
into the
that turn.
pits, so Rasmussen gets past both the Alpines in one straight. And now he'll be looking,
Just do the Alpine on this pit exit. He does them just barely.
as they are both on hard tyres now. So they're, I wonder if they're looking to make them go all the way to the end.
We might be seeing a fight between
Matthews and Bohr.
here.
So we will switch to the action here, as Matthews.
Bohr is losing time to Matthews. Matthews is catching him at a pretty decent pace.
And we're going to be coming up to a DRS straight. It's not the longest one.
Oh, he goes wide. Bohr goes wide.
They both go out. He got
Does
such
it.
a drive, and he's gone for
Takes
the inside. Bohr runs it a little bit
there for
wide.
Bohr. Will he leave space? He does
He
indeed.
pulls out. He might be looking to get him on the main straight here, Jeff.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't see why you would try to do a move on the chicane. It's pretty dangerous.
We will ride on board here with Matthews as they come into the final corner.
Here they go.
3
Matthews
tenths.
has got a lot of ERS to use, but so does Bohr.
He's
Matthews has got DRS.
using it all as we come into turn 1.
Bohr is using ERS and so is Matthews, but Matthews has
They're
that
alongside.
DRS and he does them.
Oh, into turn 2. They touch. They
Wheel
touch
to wheel,
again.
They have contact again. Onto the fast right-hander, and Bohr just gained some time on him here. Got a much better exit.
And, he probably did from that
Humphrey's
contact.
just behind him, and he's gone wide in that fast right-hander.
How wide was it?
not very. He's gone off the track, but he managed to keep it together.
Kept it on. As Matthews runs again wide on the exit of that corner, he's really trying to get all over the back of Bohr here. As we come into the fast left-right section into the sixth gear, flat out,
Matthews can
and
use
lifts
this
a bit.
better.
He'll get
Matthews
DRS.
Gets an okay exit. He's pulled out.
But Bohr runs extremely
Wide
wide.
for Bohr again.
And Matthews gets him on the exit of the corner.
Bohr just does not like that turn. That's his second time he's ran it wide.
Meanwhile, up in the front, the two Mercs are keeping it within 5/10 of one another. As Kosev
But
picks up a
they've
3-second
gapped
penalty.
they've gapped Rose
And we
with
get
a yellow
a
flag.
safety car. Safety car. What is the safety car for? Did
I am
Kosev
as
get
curious as
damaged?
you are.
Kosev lost his
Believe
wing
that's-
again. Kosev lost his wing and it's caused the safety car to come out here. And
I believe it might also be Unfi, but I'm not too sure.
let's have a look.
He did
Humphrey is in the
as well.
pits as well. So possibly they both lost their wings and it's brought out the safety car. Safety car is on reduced, by the way. So I'm shocked that this has brought out the safety cars.
This must be very painful for the two Mercs.
The Mercs here.
They had a 3-second gap on Rosu nearly, and the safety car has given Rosu some hope again.
It's probably going to be a double stack job, you know. I think
We'll
everyone's going to have to go onto hards here, and it's going to be a double stack. Let's see what's going on.
See, here's Lurgistam. He must be very happy with his choice of hards now. See
Lurgistam,
how old his tires are actually.
I don't think he will be as happy as you think, because these guys are getting a free pit stop for these hards, while they did it
Oh,
under
you do
racing
have a
conditions.
point. You have a point.
They're going to save 10 seconds in the pits here for that. And both the Mercs
See,
are coming into the pits here.
That is true. Lurgistam has only actually gained one place from that pit, and that was from Unfi, who pit very early.
And the Mercs are going for the double stack. Will this affect them? Will they lose places here? No, because Vlad has to stop to let out the Mercs.
Oh man, that must be bad. But Kiziel here, sorry, not Razma.
Kiziel, the big gainer from all this, on his hard tyres, he's moved up into P1. But will he be able to make them last till the end?
His tires are 10 laps old nearly. He's going to have to try and make them last.
Yeah, 10 laps on them hards
laps.
is going to be very, very interesting.
Another 20 laps to do on them, though, on Spain as well. I'm not too sure how that's going to go. He might try pitting for softs at the end, but we'll have to see.
His tyres will be screaming in pain.
Also, we haven't seen a pit entry from Day here, who's on 4-lap old softs.
He's coming up to the pit lane now. He is very far behind them.
See, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't pit.
And Day's not...
He stays out.
Is he on AI? He might be on AI here.
He still might be on AI. That is a good point.
I think he possibly raged. He had been having a lot of spins, and
I would not be surprised, but
there
was hope for him still.
In previous seasons, he was known for a good rage quit.
Well, I don't know if we witnessed one today. Maybe his internet really did just cut out. We'll have to find out. I believe safety car might be in this lap.
It is not in this lap.
Sorry. I thought the pack was much closer together. I was not paying attention once again.
You're all good?
Let's see. Well, as it stands, there's not much really happening. Nobody's pitting. It's just people are making up gaps to each other. But where is, let's see, Ule was in the top 6 when he qualified, wasn't he? Or no, he was not.
No, he wasn't. Ule is currently the big gainer. So Chappers and Monk have returned back to their original qualifying positions here. Kiziel's a big gainer from his stop, but his tyres are a lot older. And then Rasmussen as well is probably the biggest loser from P1 down to P7. Yeah. Although probably not through means of his own. We don't know what happened on that restart. Did he spin it? And did he collect Skalski as well? They're on a lot. Oh, he's repitted for the fresh hards, where Skalski has stayed on the 7-lap old hards. So change in strategy for the two of them.
Well, Lurgistam has gained a few places. He's gone from P11 to P8. Not exactly what he was looking for, but a place gain is a place gain.
So
Let's
is
see,
the
ooh.
safety car possibly in this lap? Possibly.
We will have to see. I believe it gets announced right at this turn.
Oh,
See.
can confirm, this just in, Alex Day has rage quit. He left the league completely. Breaking news,
My.
Alex Day rage quit extremely hard and has decided to leave the league again.
Oh man.
It was his first race.
That must be tough. That will be tough for the... I'm sorry, my brain fart. For the Red Bull, my bad. Has to be tough for Red Bull.
His first race for them.
First race for them, and he doesn't even do half a race.
Let's ride on board with Chappers as we're about to get the race restarted again.
You know, Chappers might get better exit.
Oh, Kiziel running a very interesting line.
Drifted a bit. Kiziel trying to hold up the pack, trying to get the jump on Chappers here. When's he gonna do it?
And he's gone, and he does get the jump.
He's got the jump on him.
And ooh, he is very close to Vlad here. And it looks like Monk is still warming up his tyres. He might not have got the temperatures into them. And Vlad is going up the inside. And they touch! And they touch! Oh, there's so much contact into turn one!
There's absolute
carnage!
Look at the places going!
We rode on board of that. It was very, very close, but... And Boar has spun as well, and...
This has worked insanely well for Lurgistam. He's jumped up to P5.
And there's still the carnage from that. We saw that...
Yeah, go ahead.
We saw that on board from Vlad.
Oh, here's Lurgistam. He's just done Standestill.
Lurgistam's done Standestill. Okay. And Rasmussen gets past him as well.
Lurgistam's created some of the gap because the Ferrari and the Haas had a bit of a fight there.
So the front two.
Gaining on Monk here. Let's see if he can try and catch up with Monk here.
Supposedly, chat is saying that Chappers was dirty, but Chappers wasn't the one doing the safety car restart there. It was Kiziel doing it.
It was Kiziel. That is correct. We'll have to see. Lurgistam is very
all
close
over the back of Monk.
Here. All over back of him.
Monk was struggling to get temperatures.
He's using that ERS, so is Monk.
And Rasmussen...
The slipstream is just helping him. He tried looking for the inside. Monk keeps the inside line. Can he defend it? Oh, a bit of oversteer for Lurgistam.
And now Rasmussen will be closing up onto the back of these two as they carry on fighting. And the McLaren has lost a place to Rosu here. Rosu's climbing back through the order now.
Rosu dropped down to P11 and he's already gained 2 positions back.
As we go to the front two, because Chappers is all over the back of Kiziel here. Chappers on the fresher hards.
Vlad Rosu's up on the back of this Alpine here.
Of Kosev, and Kosev.
The Alpine of Kosev, yep.
Kosev on the hards.
Doing him too good now. Is he?
No, Kosev is on the mediums, and Rosu is on the hards, and he's...
Let's see, on the exit, Kosev does him on this exit.
But Koff is right behind Vlad here, he's fighting back. He's going to look for the inside, and he's pulled out, As we go back to the front two, the front two coming into the final few corners, they are so close together.
I believe Chappers' tyres might be doing them solid here, as his tyres might be better performing than Kiziel now.
As we come in through the final corner, he gets a snap of oversteer though. So he's still closing in on him. Closing in mightily fast.
I think he's going to do the inside. No, he isn't. Kiziel defends the inside line. Chappers gets probably a better exit. Let's see the fast right-hander.
Rosu has done Kosev into turn one.
Very good. And that must be bad for Kosev, who is on medium tyres of all.
And these two at the front fighting is meaning that the Merc and the rest of the field are slowly closing in, but Rasmussen all over the back of Lurgistam here as they're going to come into the winding section of Sector 2.
The Mercs might be playing the long game here, as they do know their tyres will last them much longer than Kiziel's will. But we'll have to see.
Would you want to not extend the gap as much as possible, just so
You would,
if
but
another
we'll have to
safety
see.
car?
Maybe they were waiting for the DRS. Chapper's looking for the inside.
Oh, it's
Moving
very,
under
very close for both of them.
That was close.
But
We'll
Monk,
have to wait and see.
Monk closes in now, and Lurgiston has got Rasmussen all over his rear. The front five are all back in this. This was the front five we were talking about.
Looking for the inside Allergistam here. They've closed in very close to those top three.
And we're going to ride on board with Chappers for this. Oh, and he spun! He spun it!
Chappers has spun it and he's lost his wing.
Oh, he's lost it on the exit, and he's not...
That must be bad for him. Look at the places go. He's dropped down to P12.
That is... You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
You really do. Lurgistam. Oh, snap of oversteer for Rasmussen.
Rasmussen,
He saved it though.
He's lost a second from that snap of oversteer now, and it's Monk who will now be mounting the offence. It'll be Monk mounting the offence on Kizyul here now.
See, one Merc for the other. Can the Monk Merc do a better attack than Chappers? We'll have to see.
Sander still is keeping up with this pack of four. He's been in a world of his own, really. And it was a little bit, I would agree with chat, it was a little bit of an unsafe rejoin.
Yeah, I will have to agree with that as well. He didn't really pay much attention, but we'll have to wait and see how that pans out.
Could have pulled in a little bit closer to the inside.
The Merc of Monk here is very close behind.
But Lurgiston is all over his rear too.
That is correct. We'll have to see how this main straight pans out.
Lurgiston, who is a little bit wobbly.
As we do that, actually, there's some places being exchanged between the Alpine and the McLaren at the back of the grid. Let's go back to the front.
Oh, and Monk's having to defend.
Lurgistam's right side by side with Monk. Lurgistam's got the slipstream.
But they're both closing in on Kizyul. We're three wide. We're three wide.
Lurgistam has the inside line, and Lurgistam. There's two Hasses behind him.
And Monk is the biggest loser there. He just lost the place. And now he's got Rasmussen pressuring him behind. That was three wide for a second as Monk looks to attack and defend at the same time. He's going up the inside of turn 4 and he's got the position done. That's an insane move.
Wait and see. Lurgistam is very low on his ERS.
Rasmussen flows through as well. Rasmussen flows through Kizyul. So now Kizyul's gone from P1 to P4 in the space of a sector.
I'm not surprised. Kizyul's tires have worn. Those are 15-lap-old hards.
We're about halfway through the race now.
Monk is out of ERS. His red light is flashing.
So
he has the DRS, but so does the Haas of Rasmussen.
And Rasmussen is up his inside. They leave each other space, and he doesn't get the pass.
Monk
but
retains the position.
Lurgiston can use this to pull away now. Oh, and the snap of oversteer for Rasmussen on the exit of that corner.
To see those two, the Sandesteel Ferraris gained on them. He's very close. He's going to get DRS on the straight.
Yes, he's closed back up to the back of them. Sandesteel here could be the dark horse that everyone wasn't expecting to be in this fight. As
Rosu is also bad in P6. But he's back in P6.
Catching back up. As Chappers is got front end plate damage, has not pitted. He's just looking to make as many places as he can. Here.
Chappers is coming into some traffic here.
And
we'll have to try and get some points from this race.
Monk is now starting to close back into Lurgiston. They're starting to close back in again as Rasmussen and Kizyul are a hash train looking to get both of them through. Bohr is just made a move past Kosev as we go into the slow right-hander into the weaving section of Sector 2, and he's made the move stick. He's gone past Kosev there, and he's now looking to make an offensive on Uhi.
See. Oh, he's very close behind him.
And Matthews is now
the fast
right
turn. He comes up the inside on that turn. He's got the DRS on Unfi. He's going to go up his outside. Unfi squeezes him a bit, but Unfi's defending well.
In the Alpine, there's only one thing that he can do.
Well.
The McLaren is closing in, but when you're in an Alpine, you have to defend like a lion.
That is true, as the once famous, he still is famous, Fernando Alonso said. Defend like a lion, Esteban.
As Rasmussen sets a fastest...
A yellow flag! Sorry, my voice cracked again. It's a yellow flag
Bohr.
for Red Bull.
Bohr has spun. chat was saying Bohr on for the win, and he's just spun it on into the last section.
Let's
And he's
see,
into the
there is
pits.
also a Rosu for the win.
Rosu
People
isn't
think
out
Rosu
of
might
this.
get the win.
Rosu is not out of this, but he does have a Skowski, a fast Skowski, right on his tail now.
We'll have to see. Monk has dropped down from P2 to P3.
Oh, we missed that. We missed that
We
completely.
did
Rasmussen.
miss that, but we can still see that they're closely packed together.
And Sanderstill is right on the rear of this train here. As Skowski and Rosu are side by side coming into this tight left-hander.
See.
And Skowski gets the move
Rosu's locked
done.
himself a position.
Skowski has made the move stick. And he's now going to be hunting down Sanderstill. But Sanderstill will have DRS to help pull him along
See,
here.
the Haas of Rasmussen is actually very close to Lurgesheim. We'll have to see how this goes. We're going on to the straight.
And Sanderstill
Yellow
spun!
flag again.
Sanderstill
There goes
spun!
Sanderstill was looking so good for him. The race was going so well.
We were just saying that he was in a really strong position. And he spun it.
Here he goes. Lurgesheim's actually done Rasmussen on the exit of that main straight. He's gained so much on that exit. Even with DRS, he cannot catch him.
Lurgesheim has been pulling away on the start of straights and then being pulled back in.
To see. Chappers, his teammate Monk, has actually kept it well, but we can see that McLaren just did Umphy on the straight, on the inside of that first turn.
I completely
Fast
missed
right-hander
that.
Here. Umphy's going to go wide. Umphy does go wide.
Very wide.
So does the McLaren.
But he's going to have Uhi behind him, snapping at his heels now. But there's a yellow flag in sector 3, and it's Bohr. It is Bohr. No, it's Bohr has spun again. He's on softs now, and he's going to be absolutely ruining them fresh boots.
That is gone from even worse for Bohr.
Red Bull down in P14
not
and
looking
P15.
good for Red Bull here today. Really not looking good for Red Bull.
Meanwhile, back at the front, Rasmussen is a lot closer to Lurgesheim than last time. And also, Uhi and Umfrey are alongside each other coming into this double apex left-hander, and Uhi does Umfrey.
Does indeed. Let's see, back on the straight for Lurgesheim and Rasmussen. Lurgesheim spins!
That's huge! That is huge! He's got too much curve!
Unsafe rejoin that was. He nearly took out the Alfa Romeo. Rosu's gained on Lurgesheim as well.
I didn't catch that as I was watching Rasmussen and Monk and see if Rasmussen was able to pull out. But
Lurgesheim might be getting in trouble with the stewards for that one. He spun it around on the racing line.
Oh.
We can see that back to P2 here. We can see that Monk's red light is flashing. This is not looking good for him. Because the Haas of Kiziel here behind him has 60% ERS.
Meanwhile, Vlad and Skowski now are going to be hunting down Kiziel on his older shoes.
Monk is going to have a big target on his head. He's not going to have ERS to attack or defend.
But the thing is, Kiziel's shoes are now 20 laps old. I say shoes as in tyres.
Those are very true. We'll have to see.
And Skowski is now going to be looking to try and catch up to Kiziel, and Vlad will hopefully be able to hold on to Skowski and make this a 5-car race again. Meanwhile, Matthews is actually catching up onto the back of Vlad here. And Lurgesheim has now got to make a recovery drive again.
I have to give it to Vlad. He's regained positions even after losing it.
Indeed he has.
Up to P6 and he's not actually gained on his best place this
Rasmussen
session.
goes fastest lap.
That is very good. We'll have to see
and he's pulled over a second out of Monk. And Kiziel and Monk are side by side, and they've spun. And Kiziel is now.
Oh, we'll have to wait and see for that one. That might be a close one in terms of rejoining.
I'm not quite sure about that. It was very close on the exit. I don't know if they made contact, and if they did,
I'm not too sure either. There was no contact, as I do believe.
Galski up into P3. I was about to say Monk had lost the back of Rasmussen all of a sudden. And then Kiziel was just all over the back of him.
Monk is trying really hard to catch Rasmussen here. Like you can see him tapping his ERS button to really try to get that traction on.
Meanwhile,
he's down, he's in single-digit ERS here.
Meanwhile, though, Skowski now is going to be hunting down Monk with Kiziel, Rosu, Matthews, and Lurgesheim all trying to home back into them like a rocket.
See, Matthews is very close to Rosu here. Look, 3 10s.
Sanderstill and Chappers towards the back of the pack here.
To
Just
see here, Matthews
close.
is very close.
We'll
on
ride
Rosu
on
here.
board
We're gonna
with-
get on the main straight.
We'll ride on board with Matthews.
Matthews touches both of the stoppers, but Rosu goes a bit wide. No DRS for Rosu. Looks like
So but
no
Rosu's
DRS.
Rosu's exit out of that last corner has been elite.
Rosu's light is also flashing as he's out of ERS. This is going to be looking really good for Matthews, as if he keeps it like this, he's going to definitely overtake Rosu in the next few laps.
I'm not too sure because Rosu's exit on that last corner is really strong, and he's now in Kizyul's DRS range.
That
Meanwhile,
is also a good point.
Skalski has pulled Monk in by a second, and Monk is unable to catch Rasmussen. Rasmussen seems to have the pace on the rest of the pack here.
That is true. Rasmussen will be looking to keep it like this. He's hoping his teammate can maybe get on podium as well.
Koff now is within a second of Uhi as well, so it's going to be a battle. That's a battle for 8th place coming up.
We might see a big battle on the straight here once we enter through this last bit of windy bit of Sector 3.
We're gonna follow Uhi, who is trying to make a move on Lurgestam here, but he's also got to be very careful of the McLaren behind.
I believe Matthews has actually gained on Rosu here. Let's see how this exit is. No, Rosu beats him on the exit once again.
Rosu's exits have been elite.
Yeah, and Rosu this time actually gets DRS on Kiziel.
And Croft doesn't get DRS on Uhi, so Uhi now has got the DRS just to attack Lurgestam, but Lurgestam on that straight was rapid, even though he didn't have DRS.
Running a very low downforce setup.
That is a possibility. Meanwhile, Monk is now 3 seconds.
We can see the Alfa Romeo of Oli actually creeping up on Lurgestam.
I would like to point out Monk is losing pace to Rasmussen somewhere. I don't know if he's looking after them tyres or if he's trying to regain battery, but he's losing a lot of time to Rasmussen here.
No, he has no battery left actually. He's trying to use all of it to keep the gap going, or to at least try and catch him.
Or is he trying to
jump up between 3 and 0% very often? So I don't think this gap's actually gonna decrease. I think it's only gonna increase actually.
Is it possible that he's trying to stop the Skalski gain? Because Skalski's now within 2 seconds shy. He's just shy of 2 seconds. He's really pushing for this. And Rosu is very close to Kizyul here suddenly, with Matthews really close to him. A snap of oversteer for Rosu, and Rosu loses the position.
Matthews though, here comes Lurgestam as well. Rosu's got the DRS, Lurgestam has...
But Vlad is flashing. Vlad is flashing down this straight. He's very low on battery too.
Vlad has been flashing for a few laps now. He maybe goes a bit wide into turn 1. Let's see Matthews here looking for the back of Kiziel. He's definitely gaining a bit on them. Let's see how his traction is out of this turn. It was maybe a bit deep. He definitely gets much better traction than Kiziel out of that turn.
And Lurgestam now is all over the back of Rosu. Rosu is got to be careful not to lose the DRS of Matthews.
This is looking we also missed the pit. We missed the pit of Kosev.
Kosev has gone into the pits. He's gone for softs again. That should be his final stop, as he was on mediums. And it's Days AI is looking to make a move on Kosev here. And
there's another
Bohr gets another 5 seconds. No, Bohr gets a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane here.
Yeah. To wait and see here.
Meanwhile,
Matthews is very close to Kiziel. Look at that.
I'd like to point out Skalski has slowly but surely been pulling Monk in here, and Matthews is very close. But Lurgestam's all over the rear of Rosu here, and Rosu who is flashing. Rosu is flashing crazily.
This is true. I think Lurgestam might be actually. Oh, and there's a spin.
There's a spin. Matthews spins and Rosu loses his wing.
And it's gone
bad to worse
again.
And meanwhile, there's contact between Chappers and Umphrey.
Oh, Chappers has gone wide again. Or no, he spun it wide, sorry.
No, there was contact between Chappers and Umfrey after the spin up ahead.
Aha. We'll have to wait and see. Lurgistam here has a 7-second gap on Skalski. He might try to keep it like this because there is a low chance he'll actually catch Skalski. But you can see that the Alfa Romeo of Ule here is actually catching up on Lurgistam.
As Bohr is now being lapped. But yes, Skalski is within a second of Monk here, so we might be starting to see some moves coming from the Alfa Romeo.
I believe Lurgistam's position might be under threat from the Alfa Romeo down the straight.
Lurgistam does get a good exit though.
He gets a far better
Meanwhile,
exit.
I think we need to focus on P2 and P3 here because Monk's going to have to defend from Skalski. Further down the order, Chappers is in P12 within a second of Sanderstill. That's the only other close action. You've got Kizio on the back of, you've got the train of P4, 5 and 6, and then you also have the train of P2 and P3.
Yeah, that's honestly the Alfa Romeo of this is Skalski. It's looking very good for him.
We've got
Monk
6
has
laps.
Some battery.
We have 6 laps of racing left. 6 laps of racing.
These will be some very close 6 laps. It's really anyone's game, and there's a spin by that's Kosev, I believe.
Kosev has spun. He's done well not to end his race there, but he's not in a good spot as the leaders are coming. You want lap times?
Monk is out of battery. His battery is very low, as it was flashing there.
There are your lap times.
Lap times, he says.
I have been asked for lap times. I've pulled them up on the stream.
Check those.
So at the moment, it is Rasmussen with the fastest lap, followed by Skalski. Monk is almost his fastest lap is almost a second off the pace of the front 2 fastest laps. And Skalski now, with the DRS, is going to be pressuring Monk all the way to the end.
Skalski's gained on him, and there's another spin from, is that Bohr again? That is indeed Bohr again.
Bohr has spun in the start of Sector 3.
See, Skalski's actually very close to Monk here.
So, at the moment, there's 4 seconds that separate the front 3.
That is true.
And then after that, there's a 8-second gap between Skalski and Lurgistam. Lurgistam is probably feeling the pressure of Ohi behind.
See if Lurgistam can keep it together. His tires are a bit older than Ole's, but we'll have to see if he can keep it together.
As
also, Kizil on those 26 lap tires is dropped down to P6.
Them tires might be feeling it.
Is that Bohr
it's
again?
Bohr again. Bohr has spun again. Possibly we should have done a spin counter.
Maybe. Let's see. Skalski's all up up the back of Monk here. Let's see how his exit is out of this turn.
So
he should have
ride
ERS.
on board with Skalski here.
Skalski has ERS to dump and DRS to use.
And Monk is flashing. He's a flashing target for Skalski to home in on here.
See.
He moves to the outside. Monk.
Skalski goes for the inside. Monk tries to keep it together.
We got a yellow flag as.
That's Vlad Roshu. Vlad Roshu spun it. He has to watch for his rejoin there.
He's lost his front wing. Yeah, has he not pitted? No, he hasn't. He hasn't pitted since losing his front wing. That'll be really affecting performance. As Sanders still over the back of the rear of Chappers here.
See.
And he makes the move stick into turn 1. That's the last of the points.
Close fight for P10. It's very close between the 3 of them for some points at least. Chappers will be hoping to get some points after dropping from P2, I believe it was.
P2, he spun on the exit of the final corner.
Have to wait and see. Let's see, Vlad Roshu's actually very close on
Uhi is
Chappers,
all over the back as Monk has pulled a second on Skalski here.
That is true.
I wonder what happened to cause that.
I do too, honestly.
Skalski, he's on the harder tyres. Skalski on the harder tyre. I mean, the older tyres. But
Or can Ole do Lurgistam?
We're gonna switch back to that for the position of P4 they're fighting for.
Let's see, Lurgistam is flashing and has no DRS. It's all for Ole here.
Ole looking to go around the outside, but no, not enough straight to get the move done. And now they come into turn 3, the long sweeping right hand that used to be able to take it flat out, but some people don't take it flat out anymore.
That is true.
And Kiziel,
Lurgistam is very low on his ERS.
Kiziel is just in the back biding his time, waiting for the right moment with 3 laps to go now, as Rosu now gets past Chappers here. Rosu is extremely fast, even though he's missing that front wing.
That is true. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Let's see if he can make up that second to Sandesteel. But Ule and Lurgistam are so close together, and they've actually been... Kiziel's actually also poking closely.
Yeah, Kiziel's catching back up now.
See, I believe we might see a swap places here on the straight.
We shall see. We're gonna ride on board again with Uhi as we come into the straight, and let's see what happens.
See Ole.
Oh, gets a snap of oversteer. And I think Lurgistam will make the move. Further down the grid, actually, Matthews and Umfrey are side by side. And Matthews runs wide, and they touch. They touch. Matthews snaps into Umfrey. I don't know if that will be side pod damage, but he just lost it.
He has to pit. He's pitting for softs, I believe.
He got a snap of oversteer on the exit and just couldn't control it.
Matthews' pit, I believe that's Matthews' race over actually. But actually wait, Chappers is also pit.
Chappers pitting for softs here, possibly indeed. Looking to go for fastest lap.
So has Matthews. Matthews also pit for softs, but also a new wing.
As they're going to race out into the pit exit here. Matthews is still ahead, so it'll be interesting to see as Days AI is up into 11th.
That is really good actually, but I believe that's how it will end.
The battle though is right now for P4 as Uhi again is so close. Will he get a better exit this time on the exit of that second to last corner, that penultimate corner? He can't run it too wide as Rasmussen sets a new fastest lap.
What do you think the chances of Skalski here actually saving some of his best for the last lap are?
I don't think it'll be enough to gain another position. I think his tyres may have hit the cliff. He's going on 20 plus laps old tyres now. As we go on to the penultimate lap, we've got 1 lap left to go. Rasmussen leads, followed by Monk, followed by Skalski, followed by Lurgistam, followed by Uhi, followed by Kiziel is our top 6 that ride rather close together.
Let's see, actually, wait, Ole's actually gaining on Skalski in this fast right-hander. Into turn 4, Lurgistam defends the inside.
The undercut though.
Ole looking for the undercut though.
They're alongside. He pulls out of it here. Is this another undercut?
Keeping hold of that inside line. Let's see about this turn.
It is very close.
Turn. Let's see, I believe Lurgistam actually get done on this straight as there is DRS as well. And
Lurgistam is flashing.
DRS to play with.
Lurgistam is flashing and he's looking for it. He moves to the outside. Nothing doing there.
Sure, if he can keep this close to him and on the straight, he's going to do him on the straight.
We shall see.
It's do or die here. Kiziel is also behind them.
As Rasmussen starts the final lap. Rasmussen is starting the final lap in P1 in that Haas.
Let's see. No, Lurgistam's got better exit, much better exit than Ole.
And Lurgistam's exit has been so good on that last bit, but Kiziel now is looking to possibly clean up some scraps, but
I believe this. I believe it's P6 for Kiziel.
I don't know where an overtake that Uhi could look for.
I believe Ole might have to really be adventurous and dive bomb it, as you would say.
Let's not incite dive bombings. Let's not incite dive bombings for now, please.
Yeah.
Koff has been running a very quiet race in 7th now. Now that the field is spread out, he's just consistently been going along in 7th place. He's going to pick up some solid points from McLaren as it stands. But as we're gonna switch now to Rasmussen as He's
Chappers with
coming.
fastest lap.
Indeed, but it's P13, so he won't get any points. Maybe it's just taking points away from others here. But Rasmussen coming in through the final section, the final corner, as he's going to come cresting it round for the checkered flag. Rasmussen is your Spain race winner. Rasmussen wins in Spain.
Monk is in P2.
Monk takes second place. Skalski, who dropped off the back towards the end, takes a solid P3 after what happened. As we ride Lurgestum with Ulhi and Kiziel as they come P4, 5 and 6. And we now wait for the rest of the grid just to come through. It's very close for P8 here, as Vlad is most possibly looking. And that's a yellow flag of Bohr. Bohr has spun again.
See, well, very shaky race for Mercedes this was.
Bohr
was looking very good for Mercedes at the start.
So, Ulfri takes P8, Rosu P9, and the last points go to Sanderstill today in P10. Meanwhile, Matthews looking to make a move on Alex AI.
I have to say, Vlad Rosu didn't go back to P9. We did see him fighting for P10.
He was fighting. And the final few cars are crossing the line. We're waiting on as the Red Bull has spun again. Bohr has spun again. Rasmussen, though, with a commanding drive out there. The only time we looked in danger to start with was when Chappers got him on the start. And then we didn't see quite what happened on the safety car restart. But all we know is he spun. But he's come back from that spin that dropped him down to P10. And he's now got his race win again. He's come back. He's been away for a bit. And he's back up into P10. P1, back on the top of the podium.
I gotta say, who would you say your driver of the day is here?
I'd probably give it to Rasmussen after that spin on the safety car restart. Getting back into P1.
Would too. For me, it's either Rasmussen or maybe even Lurgestam.
Lurgestam also a good shout.
Good race, but I believe it is Rasmussen that will be classed as... Actually, yeah, it is Lurgestam, the game says, but either both would have been a good candidate. Rasmussen did drop down to P10, as you said, and really clawed his way back into P1.
And here we have the podium celebrations as Rasmussen takes the top step.
Really good actually for them. I think Mercedes should well, actually you could probably give us more of an insight how Mercedes is feeling after
we
that.
We will discuss that when it comes to it, but for now I think we need to focus on the race winner here, which is Rasmussen.
That is true. Rasmussen had an insane race today. Really good race by him.
So, shall we bring Rasmussen up? The race winner. So Rasmussen, how was that race for you? I'll bring the engineer up here. I've invited them up, but Kizzle's up here. Alright. there was action all over the track. It was impossible to keep up with it at times. So it's lovely to hear how you've pulled it back from you was in you qualified P1, went through the catastrophe that was that safety car restart, and you come back stronger and back into P1. And Kizil, with your very old tyres, you made them last though. Oh. How was your race for you? Oh, oh. Okay. Alright. Well, we will see you guys. I'm guessing you're both going to be enjoying the summer break and then coming back for Britain. Well, thank you very much for joining us up here. See you guys. And we will now bring up P2 of Monk. So Monk, how was that race for you? A bit all over the place. Well, it sounds like you had an eventful race there as well, Monk. So, you looking forward to Britain after the week break? Well, it was good racing out there. We're going to get up P3 next, and then we'll take questions from the rest of the grid. So, P3 was Skowski. Hello, Skowski. How was that race for you? It seemed like you got caught up in the Rasmussen incident, and you've managed to recover it back into P3. Will in chat is very, very happy with how you drove. He was celebrating when you pulled it back from the depths and got back up into P3. And Uhi as well had a phenomenal drive getting into P5. So a really solid result for the both of you here. Thank you for joining us up here. Uhi, do you want to say anything about that P5 finish? Yeah. A solid P3, P5 for you both. Well, thank you very much for joining us up here. We will now be sending the questions out to the rest of the grid. So I'm going to pick out, firstly, let's bring out the Merca Chappers, who had such an excellent start, but sadly didn't get into the points. How was that race for you, Chappers? And you was P1 coming. You got such an elite start. You seem to have the traction on the rest of the grid. You seem to just pull away from everyone, and then the safety car came out, and the race was flipped on its head. Well, good luck out there, and we'll see you soon. Ooh. Everyone got it slowly but sure. Everyone got fastest lap at some point, and you got it at the end with the softs. Alright, goodbye. Alright, I will bring up, we will do 2 more interviews, so I'm going to bring up the Williams Vice TP here. Hello, Matthews. You were fighting. You were fighting everywhere, though. Well, you was having an eventful battle every time we switched you. You was always either defending or attacking someone, and it was an absolute joy to watch you out there today. Well, we thought you had an absolute stellar performance out there, and thank you for joining us up here too. We're going to have words with one more person. It appears we're going to speak to the AlphaTauri TP. Hello. Axel. Hello. I have. How was that race for you guys? You had
the practice done.
Nothing
before
less
the
than
race,
P1
so,
every tier. Looking forward to it. Nothing
yeah.
less.
At the practice
Get some
I
good
have.
points on the board across all tiers, you know.
Yeah, we've got a pretty we've been practicing a lot. We've got a pretty strong strong footing for Silverstone. I think we're hit the ground running a bit.
Yep.
I believe if Luke has anything to add.
I'm just holding my head in shame at the moment.
Why is
Well,
that?
I messed up the mixer for this channel. So
Oh.
nothing has been heard. Ah!
Oh, amazing.
Oh, that's a great one.
Oh!
That's great.
That's great.
At least you can fix it so everyone can hear us talk, you know.
I've fixed it now.
The
but
only relevant
nothing's
person.
been
Oh.
There
heard.
we go. Oh, there we go. It's fine. We've got it from who matters.
The
Yeah.
only,
Better
no
need to hear you
problem.
really do
That's unlucky.
Well.
That is unlucky.
that.
It doesn't matter. The only
But
persons that need to
it's
be heard
been a
is the
long day.
relevant. So
Been a long day.
I had everything else set up but the interview room.
Damn. Well, that is a blow to say the least.
So as a quick recap, Rasmussen was very happy from coming back from last into first at some point. Monk was very happy with his overall constant temperature and performance of his car. Skowski also bringing up how he was struggling at the back and then pulled it back, and very happy with how his teammate performed, and happy that Will is happy as well. And now we have the AlphaTauri guys talking about Lurgestom's performance. He had a few incidents, but he still managed to bring it back in fourth.
Yeah.
you managed to do anything else good? So
We got to the end on those tires, so it was good. We made the right call. We pitted
Yeah.
before the safety car, made up some positions. So it was a bit of luck on our side there. But yeah, it was good. Good race from you, Axel.
many spinners today also. So I managed to avoid
And driver of the day
those
as well.
collisions. Yeah,
Saudi
I was
racing.
hoping for that.
Well,
I believe. Does Luke have anything to add to that?
I don't think I do, but you must be happy with. You only had one driver in today, and he's gone and scored you some solid points there.
Yeah, I was a bit relieved because this is actually my first race finish for this season. As I missed Imola, couldn't be there for Imola, and yeah, Australia, the safety car, BS, and the Miami, Miami retiring.
Yeah, the Miami incident was a shame because you was miles ahead of everyone, and then we didn't see what happened.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
The safety car decided he didn't want Axel on track anymore.
Well, let's just say you should be looking to carry
Was it
that
a Mercedes
momentum
safety
into,
car?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
should be
not this
looking to-
AlphaTauri Mercedes stuff.
I was about to say.
It had to be. The timing was there. I had to. It's all fair in love and war. All fair in love and war.
Very true. I feel outnumbered. I feel outnumbered.
Why do you think we travel in packs?
Same. When we get
Get
our wins,
everyone
we all
in.
come up. We all come up.
Brentford numbers.
There's no point having a league if there's no rivalries, eh?
No, that's very true. Thankfully, there wasn't any wheel banging between the two teams today, so
That
yeah,
is
we'll
true.
take that.
We were expecting to see some, but it got avoided to say the least.
Ooh. Well,
Thank you
it's
very much.
it's good. Good fun.
Thank you very much, guys, for joining us up here, and
Yeah, thank you.
we look
Thank
forward
you.
to Silverstone in a week and a half's time, or 2 weeks' time.
See you then.
after the summer break.
Yes,
See
see
ya.
you.
So, that is the end of today's stream. Thank you very much for everyone for joining us. Any last words, Mr. Pavic?
Not much. I hope you all enjoyed my first gig at commentary. Race was very fun to watch, although Spain is sometimes notorious for being bad to watch in terms of racing. But yeah, I'll hope to see you two all in 2 weeks.
It's been a pleasure, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Kizil's got his hand up.